So I guess I don't really know how to start this video or really introduce this video. It's a bit of a weird one, but it's a video that I want to make, and yeah. Okay, I guess I'm just gonna dive into it, and yeah, welcome to today's video. Welcome back to the channel, guys. Today's video is going to be a bit of a different one, kind of like an honest, heart open chat, I guess you could say, because not only does it make me feel better, it also, I think, will have some value for some people, and some people might be able to relate to how I've been feeling, not just recently, but also, you know, the last few years that I've traveled. So today's video is going to be about why and how I think that traveling has caused me to get depression. So this is probably going to sound a little bit mental to some people, but I genuinely believe that travel is one of the best things I've ever done, but also one of the worst things I've ever done. So I have written out a few words and a few sentences that I wanted to say, because every night recently, as I've been lying in bed, these are the thoughts that go through my head and the things that I wanted to share with you guys today. It's always good to share them because yeah, it's also kind of, it feels better for me to say these words out loud rather than keep them inside all the time. So, and as well, I think it'll be interesting to see, as I said, if other people can relate to anything that I say. So mental health is something that I've struggled with a lot recently. When I say recently, I mean really in the last probably 2 years. It started to definitely intensify and take over a lot of moments and time in my life, a lot of worrying and overthinking. But I mean, I think it all started really when I came back from my first ever time traveling back in 2015, after being away for 16 months, you know, having the best time of my life with absolute freedom, doing what I wanted. And yeah, I really think ever since that first trip and coming home is when I really started to kind of think about mental health and think, what the hell am I doing with my life? I just want to put a disclaimer kind of out there that I'm in no way trying to sound ungrateful or unappreciative for anything I've done in the last few years. I just want to, you know, share my thoughts and views, and, as I say, how I think travel has affected my mental health. What I'm basically trying to say is that because I've been traveling and I've seen and I've done so many amazing things and met so many amazing people, that my perspective on life has kind of broadened and been opened up. I'm always searching for more in life. I'm always searching for, you know, what is my purpose? What is my aim in this life? What am I on this planet for? And I know personally that's obviously a thing that people struggle with a lot, is what is their purpose? What is their goal in life? And, you know, it's funny because sometimes I don't actually think you have to have a purpose. But because of traveling and seeing all these amazing, incredible things, my mind has been opened up and exposed to so many different factors and things in life that now I don't want to live the normal, traditional, standard way of living. If I'd lived that life of structure and tradition, then personally I don't think my mental health would be in the position where it is now, where I question myself a lot, I overthink. You know, I say to myself, what the hell am I on this planet for? What is my purpose? So if I lived that traditional way of life, you wouldn't ever question yourself because you wouldn't know what else is out there. So because of traveling and being and seeing all these things, I now realize there is more to life than what there was 50 years ago. Maybe if I'd never gone traveling in the first place, then my perspective on life would have been a lot smaller. What's so strange to me is that whenever I'm actually traveling, I never really feel how I felt the last couple of days, I never really go through moments of questioning why I'm here, what I'm doing. I just kind of get on with it, and I enjoy the moment. I think when I travel, I live in the present a lot more than what I do when I'm back in London. When I'm back in London, I start to overthink far too much, start to question a lot about myself, start to doubt everything that I'm doing. Is it the right path to take? Which direction am I actually going in? And I think when you actually travel, you do really live in the present moment a lot more, and that's something that I need to try and work on, especially now I'm back here in England for the foreseeable future, until anyway this virus kind of calms down and travel becomes a bit more normal again. None of that is to say that I don't have my down days when I travel, because I do. There are other things that I get down on, but I never really question myself as much as I do when I'm back here. I think another reason that has caused moments of depression in my life, especially the last few years, and this is something that I'm realizing more and more, and it all comes from, I kind of touched on it earlier, is the generation that we live in now. For example, 50 years ago, there really wasn't many different ways of living your life. The way of living your life was going to school, then going to university, getting a job, then finding a partner, girlfriend, boyfriend, saving up money for a house, buying a house, then, starting a family, and then live happily ever after. That was the way of living. But now, obviously, with this generation that we're in now, with modern technology and just everything, social media, you can live your life in a completely different way. You don't have to live your life in that traditional structured way. Obviously, a huge factor really to all of this is social media. Social media I absolutely hate, but yet I love it at the same time, and I'm sure this is the same for many people. That social media is just a false reality of someone's life, really. I always wonder if our parents or their parents, grandparents, and I kind of know the answer already, but if the older generations ever really experienced thoughts like I'm having, the last few years of self-doubt and questioning, and I don't think they did. Maybe, of course, some people did, but I don't think the older generations ever really self-analyze themselves as much as this generation that we're living in now do. Because, as I say, there was only really a few ways of living back then, and now you can really live your life doing whatever you want. I definitely haven't been able to say the things that I wanted to say, because I'm not very good at expressing myself in that kind of way. Mental health is something that I'm very passionate about sharing and talking about more, because it's something that I've personally experienced, and I think now depression and anxiety and just mental health in general is getting talked about more and more, which is great. But the only way you can kind of help the situation is by talking about it, because mental health isn't something that you can physically see. It's something inside, and it's very easy to hide, to be honest with you. I hid a lot of my problems, a lot of my thoughts from my own family for years and years. And then, maybe less than a year ago, I just completely broke down, and I felt so much better for it. So I think it's always good to be honest, and as I said, show your vulnerability and your weaknesses. So I don't know in this video if I've come across as a complete weirdo. I don't even know if I'll upload it. I'll see how it comes across. I'd be interested to know if there's other people that think travel has affected their mental health in a negative way. I'm not trying to discredit traveling at all, because if you know me, then travel is really the one thing that I am passionate about the most, and I think people should do more and more and more to kind of broaden their perspective on the world. But this is just the one negative that I have found with traveling, is that it has affected my mental health in a negative way. But there are so many benefits to traveling, and I will make videos on that in the future. As I said, bit of a weird video, bit of a weird moment for me, but yeah, hope you guys enjoyed it, or not enjoyed it, but if you listen to it and you're related, let me know. You can send me a message on Instagram at Will's Whereabouts, and let me know if you think that I should do more open, honest chats. It's a bit weird, but I'm sure in time, talking to a camera, you know, I'll be able to get a bit more confident and be able to express myself in a better way. Anyway, I'm gonna get that vitamin D in me, and yeah, see you in the next video. Ciao, ciao. Oh, I don't even know if what I'm saying is making any fucking sense. I'm never very good at trying to say what I want to say. I can't really find the right words, or I'm not very good at expressing myself, I don't think.